So, but anyway, but here's the thing about that song that's interesting. It's sort of like a reverse pitch axis. So the pitch axis thing is one bass note and a whole bunch of different keys that revolve around it, right? But this one here, I've constructed a melody that just sounds like a guy singing a song, and he just starts low, and he works his way up, and all of a sudden he goes from C Lydian to C minor, then he goes back to C Lydian. And then he goes all the way up and he plays those high notes, and that's the chorus. The chorus is actually sort of like the last few lines of the verse. Now that goes back to something like what you'd hear an orchestral arrangement, Frank Sinatra singing a song and he delivers the big line at the highest note, you know, that kind of a thing. It's almost an operatic approach. But what's happening in the rhythm section is that I've got the same chords playing in different keys, but for some reason the melody holds it together as if I'm still in C. It's just that I'm shifting what kind of a C I'm in. So I had an opened F-tuned guitar, which is like an open G-tuned guitar, just a lower. And then I just played these Lydian chords. I can't really play the voicing for you here, but... And I'm doing that in C, then I do it in A-flat, and I do it in F and in G, and then for the chorus I'm doing it in G and F and C. So it's a weird idea to think about, and I don't think I would have come across it had I not had that acoustic guitar laying around. And it just sort of, the geometry of it looked very enticing. And then together with the whole idea about having the flying dreams and putting it into a song sort of gave me the courage to sort of check that whole thing out, you know. And then the last thing I want to mention is just sort of like the way that the song is kind of robotic in the rhythm section. It just has two acoustic guitars panned left and right. It's got a 4-string bass tuned down to give a tight C, and it's got this sort of drum machine with no feel in it, just kind of playing straight. And it was a real risk to have a rhythm section like that, but what we did was, by removing all forms of rock and roll and blues and jazz and everything from the rhythm section, suddenly the lead guitar, which pretty much sounds like it's playing the feedback, the verse, the chorus, and the solo and back again, is completely free to roam the spectrum of styles. And it's the kind of thing like you wouldn't believe it until you played it. And then when you play over it, you go, wow, I don't have to like nod over here to the keyboard that's doing a blues lick. I don't have to tip my hat to the bass player who's doing this fusion lick, because no one's doing anything. It's not that they're cold, but they've got this sort of stream of consciousness thing going. And it really afforded me a new way of playing guitar, just for myself. So, and then the recording that was on Flying and Blue Dream, the album, was really my first attempt at trying to put that together. And then what you saw me do just then was sort of all those styles of legato, changing the angle of the pick to get more bite, to get more meat, playing the melody linearly instead of playing it across, just because I'm looking for a different kind of intonation, and I'm playing with the size of it. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, I'm crazy to do these songs, but I really love what the guitar can do when you've got the right guitar and the right amp, and you're in a great setup. You can really elicit a lot of emotion out of this setup, right? And so that leads me to the next thing. This has got to be the hardest song in the world to